Hey guys, fantastic day it is today, and I am not going to talk about these, because these are the FatShark HDs. But what arrived in the post today were my Orqas, and you know, I think I was backer 64, and I have waited a long time, and there are a lot of other people who've waited a long time. But let me tell you what, wow, it is so worth it. These goggles, you know, finally, there is a contender for FatShark HDOs, and in fact FatShark generally, because Orqa have truly upped the game. Now, you know, I could go on for ages about menus and all these sort of things that are involved to kind of give you an idea, but that's not really what I'm about. You know, guys like Joshua Botwell, they've already done that. What I'm going to tell you about is just how good these are, because, you know, honestly, fantastic. It's, you know, I guess, you know, these are the HDOs, and when I use them, it's kind of, imagine, it's about a ratio of size. So when I'm looking at the screen on the HDOs, it's kind of like I'm looking at a screen that's that big. When I look at the same scene through this, it's that big. So we go from there to there. But what's fantastic about the optics, they've managed to get this right to the point where I don't seem to get any blurring on the left and right. Now, if you remember the old sort of, is it the HD3s or thereabouts, or the early FatShark ones, they got the big field of view, but it kind of just blurred a little bit out here, and I actually couldn't use them. I found it too frustrating because the edges were blurring, and when I had my OSD up, I couldn't use it. And I eventually settled for the slightly smaller screen on these, and I was much happier. But there's been a real game changer, because these give you just this boom, it's in your face, and there's no distortion. The picture quality is superb, utterly superb. You know, I had a mate here earlier and he tried them on, and it's all his comment, which is kind of true. It's almost HD. The picture quality is so there, it's so 1:1. It's kind of like what you're seeing against your eyeball is almost like you're looking straight out here. There's no size differential when you're, I mean, that's fantastic. What else? You know, the DVR, dead easy to use. You know, push buttons and things. There's an integrated fan. You know, the whole molding is absolutely superb. They've done a fantastic job. You know, the only little niggle I've had, and it's such a trivial thing, is that on my foam padding that I've got here, you can just see there's a small little nick out of the foam, and that came from, you know, in the box like that. But honestly, I can change that. It's such a small detail, I'm not going to make a big detail out of it. You know, things I do like. No more 45-degree SMA connectors. Look at that, 90-degree SMA. It's perfectly straight. This thing's got a rapid fire all inside it. Superb. I can get a cover. I could probably put something like the Fusion I've got running on these into it. You know, I don't care. Rapid fire, Fusion, they all do the same job for me. It's very tightly integrated via SPI to the module, so I can use the menus to navigate all the module stuff with no issue at all. It just works. And then finally, you can see over here, I got my diopters in, and they work absolutely perfectly too. Everything just works. You can probably tell I'm a little bit excited about this, because they are mind-blowingly good. If I were to nitpick, there are a few things I don't like, and this is my personal. You know, you've got these little rubber door things which open and close. Can you see that? Now, I've never been a big fan of those, and the problem with these rubber hatches, as long as you don't use them, they're kind of cool. But if you're the type of person who's constantly opening and closing that hatch, eventually they go, and then you're left with a kind of like an ugly little entrance. And you know, this is not unique to Orqa. You know, the T16 has the same thing. Tyrannus has the same thing. It's kind of, it's the manufacturers do this, and I don't quite understand it. But yeah, one of those things. Now, what is particularly good with these, and I attribute it to one thing only. these goggles fit my face perfectly. They are probably the best fit I have ever had out the box. And possibly the reason here is that it's been designed in Europe, which means that you've got kind of more of the Westerner's head shape being taken into account. Now, I don't know if that's actually the real reason why this happens, but, you know, there's no doubt that the need to satisfy different cultural regions with goggle shapes, there's an impact. But these are just, they superb. You know, absolutely superb. And, well, we can check what they look like on. You know, there you go. You know, superb again. You know, this fit is perfect. I've got no light leak. It's just spot on. I am very, very happy with these, and I can't wait to get out and fly more. I think the only other thing I found, and I wish I could find the bits. Nope, I don't know where they are. They're somewhere around. Is the head tracker cable goes on here, but I'm quite a big user of head trackers, and so far I haven't managed to get the head tracker to actually talk to my T16. I suspect it's just a pin-to-pin compatibility issue. I don't know, but come on. Yeah, let me get it for you. I'll show you. And I'm back. So I've just worked another plan here, which I've actually got the parts. To me, the Trinity head tracker is probably the best head tracker that has ever existed. I've never actually tried this one out, so I know I'm going to have to do a cable and test it. But for now, I'm literally just going to get that and design it so it clips on over here. You know, so I've got the strap and it will just clip onto the outside there with a clip, and I'll use it when I want it. Which kind of suits me fine, because if I'm flying quads, well, I don't need a head tracker and all that junk. And when I'm flying my FPV aircraft where I do have a head tracker, I'm always wired into one of these ground stations over here, and I'm always taking power from the ground station. So it kind of works because I don't have a battery there anymore. So for me that works, and that's what I'm going to do for now, because I love the Trinity. But at some point I'm going to test this out properly and find out if it works, and I'm sure looking at the rest of this stuff, it's going to be pretty good. So there you have it. Fantastic goggles. I'm over the moon with them, and yeah, I may soon be selling off a few bits. I think the DJI ones up there will go, because these do everything I need and more. And yeah, possibly these will be on the market soon, so who knows. Cheers guys, enjoy your day.